everyone, welcome back to Jikook News. Today, I want to begin with a question that keeps being repeated. A question that seems to never truly stop echoing through comment sections and social media. If it's already been confirmed that they both have partners, why are there still videos about Jikook? At first glance, this question sounds simple, but that is precisely where the problem begins. Because behind that single short sentence lies layers of misinformation, assumptions passed from one account to another, and rumors repeated so often that they begin to sound like facts, despite never being honestly or calmly verified. This video is not made to provoke drama, not to attack anyone, and not to force a belief. This video is made for one simple purpose: to look clearly, think rationally, and hold on to facts. Because when all the noise is stripped away, one simple truth rises to the surface. Nothing has actually been confirmed. And today we're going to discuss it slowly, without excessive emotion, without twisted narratives. Just facts, context, and what we can truly see with our own eyes. Let's start with Jimin. There has never been an official statement, neither from Jimin himself nor from his company, stating that he is in a romantic relationship with the woman whose name keeps being dragged into these rumors. Never. The only public statement that was ever released was very clear and very simple: that they had a polite and respectful relationship. That's it. Yet somehow, that simple sentence was twisted into dating, a secret relationship, and even a silent confirmation. But a polite relationship is not a romantic one. It does not mean dating. It does not mean an emotional bond. It does not even mean they are close friends. At its core, that statement merely indicates that they were once part of the same social circle at some point in the past. And to eliminate any room for misinterpretation, the company later emphasized one crucial point: they have not been in the same social circle for a long time, meaning at present, there is no connection, no relationship, and no interaction. This is where the bigger question arises. If there is no relationship of any kind, then what is the purpose of all these posts and insinuations that keep appearing? The answer, unfortunately, is quite clear. This is not about a relationship. It's about attention, about exposure, about stirring controversy by attaching Jimin's name. And in the end, Jimin is the one who bears the consequences: attacks, prejudice, and noise he never asked for. Now, let's move on to Jungkook. Here, the rumors circulating feel even more illogical. Claims about a tattoo that he supposedly has and shares with Winter were immediately treated by some as automatic confirmation, despite the complete absence of any real evidence. This isn't even the first time Winter has been pulled into dating rumors. Both she and her company often choose to remain silent. But silence is not confirmation, no matter how much people want to believe otherwise. One of the most frequently repeated claims is that Jungkook hid his arm during Are You Sure to conceal the alleged tattoo. But this is exactly where the rumor collapses on its own. In the last 2 episodes of Are You Sure, Jungkook clearly shows his arm. No strange camera angles, no attempts to hide anything, and most importantly, no tattoo. His arm is completely clean. This fact surprised many people. Others appeared irritated, because reality did not align with the narrative they had already built. And so, a new and even more illogical claim emerged: that Jungkook covered it up in later episodes. But Are You Sure was filmed and edited long before these rumors even surfaced. Jungkook could not possibly react to something that did not yet exist. Suggesting otherwise only reveals a lack of understanding of how production processes work. Then another question arises: why didn't HYBE release a stronger, more explicit statement? This is where context becomes crucial. The rumors about Jungkook exploded precisely when the company's CEO was facing a legal investigation. In an instant, public attention shifted from a major legal issue to the personal life of an artist. This is not new in the entertainment industry. Personal scandals are often used as distractions from far more serious problems. And this isn't the only striking coincidence. The rumors about Jimin also surfaced at a very specific moment, when he and Jungkook were at their closest, most open, and most inseparable phase. Their closeness was so evident that a reporter directly mentioned it to Jungkook, saying that lately, he was only ever seen with Jimin. That wasn't speculation. It was direct observation. Not long after that, rumors began appearing one after another. In Jungkook's case, while the company did not explicitly say this is false, they released a very firm statement that they would take uncompromising legal action against the spread of false information, content manipulation, and rumors, including those involving AI technology. Statements like that are not released without reason. Many photos of Jungkook were edited, taken from different periods, and altered to include tattoos that never existed. When the original photos were examined, those claims collapsed once again. And once again, in the latest episodes of Are You Sure?, his arm remains clean. No tattoos. No marks of any kind except possibly a bandage. Which makes sense, because one detail is often ignored. Jimin and Jungkook had only been discharged from the military 4 days before that filming. Minor cuts or marks on arms and legs are completely normal after military service. A bandage is not a tattoo. But context is often discarded when it doesn't support the desired narrative. If all of this is viewed calmly, without fanaticism and without blind denial, one conclusion becomes difficult to dispute. These rumors have no solid foundation. There is no official confirmation. There is no concrete evidence. There are far too many contradictions. And that is why I don't believe them. Not because I reject reality, but because reality does not support the rumors. That is why I continue to support Jikook. Not based on fantasy, but on facts, context, and verifiable evidence. Without exaggeration, without fabrication, without forcing meaning, simply seeing what is there and what is not. Some have gone even further, suggesting that none of this is a coincidence. That there is an effort to fracture the strength and intimacy Jimin and Jungkook display publicly. And when we look at the broader context, it's hard not to notice the pattern. Rumors about Jimin erupted precisely when we saw them becoming freer, traveling together, going live together, openly saying that they feel most comfortable when it's just the two of them. There are moments on camera where their closeness flows naturally, hands instinctively reaching for one another, without acting, without fabrication. And when that closeness became too obvious to ignore, external narratives emerged to divert attention. But the most striking part is this. Despite all the noise, Jimin and Jungkook did not change. They didn't distance themselves. They didn't hide. They didn't stop being who they are. Are You Sure aired exactly as it was recorded, showing togetherness, calmness, and honesty untouched by fleeting rumors. In the end, beyond all theories and external narratives, what remains is what they themselves show. And it has always been consistent. Closeness, comfort, and a connection that does not crumble under noise. Everything else is just background sound. And no matter how loud that sound becomes, it can never cover what is plainly visible. When they are together, free, calm, and honest about what they feel. Amid all of this, Jimin and Jungkook stand at the top. Jimin ranks #1, and Jungkook ranks #2 on the most powerful Asian 2025 list. These are not just numbers. They are tangible proof of a long journey, relentless hard work, and genuine love from millions of hearts around the world. Jimin, with his emotional sensitivity and his ability to touch souls without many words. Jungkook, with his dedication, stage power, and sincerity that grows with time. They prove that true strength is not just about popularity, but about impact, about how their presence brings hope, courage, and a sense of being loved. In the end, amid all the rumors and noise, one thing remains unchanged. Jimin and Jungkook do not change. What they show is consistent, calm, honest, and real. All rumors come and go. All external narratives shift. But what endures is what they show themselves. Because what is real never collapses under noise. Thank you for watching with an open mind and a calm heart. If you believe that truth deserves to be seen clearly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next Jikook Moments, where we don't follow noise, but follow what's real.